Review: Ice Cube and Charlie Day face off in fist fight. I'll be honest with you. I was in a pretty foul mood when I went to see Fist Fight. It was Wednesday. It was February. It was 2017. And while I can't exactly say that the movie cheered me up, it did give me something I needed. Not catharsis or uplift, but a bracing dose of profane, sloppy, reasonably well-directed hostility. We take what we can get. The movie, directed by Richie Keene from a script by Van Robichaux and Evan Susser, breaks no new ground. It's a bad teacher comedy about a school staffed with stock figures played by reliable performers. There's a grouchy principal, Dean Norris, a horny guidance counselor, Jillian Bell, a dweeby security guard, Kumail Nanjiani, a nutty football coach, Tracy Morgan, and a femme fatale French instructor, Christina Hendricks. They provide a Greek chorus of goofiness behind the main conflict, which is between Mr. Campbell, Charlie Day, an anxious English teacher, and his profoundly irritable colleague, Mr. Strickland, Ice Cube, whose subject is history. Ice Cube brings his own history to the project, at one point quoting a famously inflammatory N.W.A lyric and glancing back to the days when, as one of my colleagues put it, everyone was scared of him. Campbell certainly is, especially after a series of misunderstandings leads Strickland to challenge him to the after-school face-off that gives the movie its name. A bit of context: it's the last day of school, and the seniors are pulling pranks involving a horse, paintball guns, and a lot of penis graffiti at the Atlanta high school where the two adversaries work. This provides an extra dollop of slapstick chaos, but the kids are peripheral to the movie's main interest, which is in the mismatch and implicit bromance between Ice Cube and Mr. Day. Each one does what he's expected to do. Mr. Day twitches and babbles and blinks his eyes rapidly. Ice Cube bellows and glowers and doesn't blink at all. There is an obvious racial dimension to their conflict, though Fist Fight tiptoes around it, winking and whispering, with typical big studio timidity. The most recent season of the HBO comedy Vice Principals came closer to touching the hot core of resentment in a Southern public school setting. And it is certainly possible to interpret this movie as yet another fable of a white man's redemption at the hands, or fists, as the case may be, of a black man. We know that Campbell has a young daughter, Alexa Neesensen, and a pregnant wife, Joanna Garcia Swisher. We learn nothing at all about Strickland, except that he is the subject of wild legends among the student body. His job in the movie is to teach Campbell some hard lessons about being a man. All of which is fairly tiresome. But it's also possible to read Fist Fight against the interracial buddy movie grain, seeing Strickland rather than Campbell as the protagonist, and taking Strickland's anger as a principled response to circumstances rather than as evidence of a mood disorder. The big fight takes place against a background of layoffs and budget cuts. The teachers are harassed by the students and undermined by the administration, yet they persist in the work of education. Strickland is an agent not of guilty racial fear but of righteous class consciousness. The lesson he imparts to Campbell is one of public sector workers' solidarity. By all evidence, he's a pretty good teacher, with good reason to stay mad. Which cheered me up, I must say.